shade-throwing exercise.
Yeah, she was, maybe. But if you actually watch her clapping at Trump, there's like, the clapping was like deceptively edited almost to make it look sarcastic, but she sort of clapped just normal.
She's
She admitted later that she was just clapping. She actually admitted it when people asked her. She's like, no, I was just clapping for her.
She's like, what's up with these critical whatever gender studies PhDs who are trying to read some disruptive subversive whatever. It's pathetic. It's like watching people tie themselves up into post-colonial studies not to justify what Nancy Pelosi is doing, which is literally applauding the president. So,
I was denounced by Decolonize at SOAS, the School of Oriental and Asian Studies. The Decolonize Palestine Solidarity Group denounced me in 2016 because I opposed the U.S. and the CIA sending billions of dollars of weapons, one out of every $13 in the CIA's budget, to forces in Syria that make like the Stop the Steal protesters look like a Shriners parade. I mean, the worst monstrous forces on earth. And, you know, for me, opposing that and revealing how our tax dollars were funding it, destruction of an independent state that was pluralistic, you know, denounced by all these woke people who will reel in horror at what's taking place. So, yeah, the chickens are coming home to roost. This is, you know, an instructive experience. It's a teachable moment. And honestly, I was really entertained by a lot of it, seeing the reaction from Venezuelans. The Venezuelan foreign minister kind of trolled and condemned the violence. This was beautiful. And also just being there was highly, it was like a George Romero film with like all the layers of comedy that Romero always builds. It was like a straight up zombie film. And then when they tear gassed everyone in the end, it was just, I just can't believe I saw that in real life. Like all these like white Trump supporters at the end of the Trump era, where Trump said that he was going to restore law and order, trying to raid the Capitol and getting tear gassed and like beaten back. It was just simply amazing. So, you know, America, if the Biden era is going to be great. You know, then Biden gets up there and he's like Principal Skinner in Springfield Elementary. And he's just like, tut, America's about greatness and decency and
I gotta watch that.
all this other things.
I have a not very well, I mean, I screen grabbed it on my phone. We can watch that because it was like, you know, obviously Trump is terrible and he says terrible things. And if words have power, which they do, the scary thing is like the words from the Democrats are they're not effective PR. Like what Biden said was not, I don't think it reached anyone. It was just like I'm not comparing what he said, his empty platitudes, I'm not comparing those to like the danger of Trump's words. They're just totally they're powerless. They're not resistance.
No.
They're like a public cause.
I mean, once again, you know, there was this resistance. I don't mean to hog the mic, like I'll wrap it up with this quick point, but there was this resistance, and what they were spectators who just delegated all the authority of resisting Trump to the most odious people of the national security state, whether it was Comey or like Alexander Vindman. And, you know, we had to endure this boring impeachment hearing over Ukraine, and people were just systematically demobilized. And, you know, then we were told after Biden won, John Ossoff and Warnock won, that we can just go to brunch, you know, time for brunch. And they just decided not to show up. So you don't have any real right to like say this is a horrible coup and it shouldn't have happened, and that it was horrible that members of Congress had to be evacuated and that reporters had to be taken out. I saw two D.C. police officers who were trapped in the Capitol basement, and they literally had to engage, I tweeted video of this, in a hostage negotiation with these MAGA guys outside. And, you know, these brunch liberals hate that, but they didn't do anything, and they left it to the cops. And then they're like, where's the Department of Homeland Security? Like, that just makes me so furious. So we're going to see a lot more of this. We're going to see a lot more of this. The right saw what happened today, and they're seizing the advantage of the fact that they were given a clear field for this kind of activity, and they're not going to stop. I mean, I talk to people there, and they're not going to stop.
Yeah. Ed, how does this? You were not as close up, but how does
Yeah, I mean, I only saw the earliest parts of it because I went back in and tried to, tried to take care of family. But I think I vibe a lot with what has been said so far about what happened, and also like things to take away from it. I think that there would be a huge emphasis on trying to paint this as solely the providence of like extremists who are anomalies and aberrant, and there's nothing at all whatsoever that can be gleaned from it. When, as everyone here has said, we all have reason to do, the storm or to encircle the Capitol, and this fact that we haven't done it, and in fact it's been done by, other political groups, is something to think about and ask, like, why and how, or what, or if that road is even open to us, because, like we're not going to get, like, the NPD denied.